What's up everyone? Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Before we begin, make sure to hit the like and subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon. We're posting 4 videos every day, so make sure to check back every single day. We're aiming for 20k subscribers and get a deal in the description if you haven't already. This is not financial advice. Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Let's begin. What's up guys, so just before we begin, make sure to hit the subscribe and bell icon. People aren't seeing our content and that's probably because you haven't hit the bell. Thank you again for all your support. We're so proud of the amazing community that we've built. So we're just taking a look at Quant here, and as we can see, it does look as though it has actually been rolling over and it's falling back inside of this macro channel that we have been looking at here. Obviously we had this massive uptrend. The whole while the market was looking super bearish throughout the periods of May, June, and then obviously part of July as well, before having that really big August and part of September rally that we've been seeing. But you know, Quant has just not actually cared about that whatsoever. You can see here we had this massive uptrend. We obviously had the crash in May where it came down to $22, but it pretty much recovered, you know, the same day, came back inside of this little range that it's been trading inside of here for a long time. All of a sudden starts picking up, making higher highs, higher lows. We come up, we've just been on a massive uptrend the whole time, haven't we? Basically just going to the upside. You can see here we had the channel, which we came up, we broke, we come back inside, we're chopping it up. We're basically trying to hold our 20 EMA as support. We do that, we get the full confirmation of breaking out of the channel. We come back down looking for support on the channel where we do get a bounce, but it looks as though obviously with the market continuing to roll over, that we have actually seen Quant basically, you know, rolling over to the downside here. We are stuck under somewhat of a resistance, looking potentially, you know, something along the lines of this, where we've just been rolling over underneath it. And it looks as though, you know, over the past few days, we have actually rolled back inside the channel, potentially here, which we're currently retesting as resistance at around $285-ish at the time of recording this video. So you can see here, obviously we've had a pretty reasonably insane run up, let's be honest, for Quant. You could say we've also got a bit of a trend line looking something like this as well. If I can actually draw properly, looking something like this, where basically we've got a little bit of an extra channel inside of a channel where we've got a decent bit of support on the way up here like this. It doesn't really have much confluence on the way back apart from that. You could say maybe to here. We'll just drag this back anyway, looking something like this, where, you know, we basically got a bit of support as we were coming back inside the channel. We found support here and here on the 20 moving average. So you could argue maybe if we do roll over some more here with confluence with the 55 at around $250-260, we could get the bounce here as well, along with that previous swing high area here as well. But it does look as though, you know, potentially we could see that double bottom as well, looking something like this. If we look at the hourly time frame here, it's pretty obvious that we've got bullish divergences, just like we have for pretty much all cryptos. Massive bullish divergence here. Obviously had massive bullish divergences here as well. You can see them quite clearly here. And obviously with our histogram as well, losing momentum to the downside overall. You can see here, price action has been coming down more and more, but the histogram's been coming up, showing that we're losing that momentum to the downside, and the price action is losing strength to the downside as well, even though we are continuing to roll over. The bear's getting super greedy. The price rolling over seemingly for not much of a reason, to be honest. Quant, obviously a top quality project. It's got a lot of big fundamental news coming out recently, so we're probably going to start seeing a lot of that, the pumpamentals of the fundamentals, as we say, coming quite soon. Obviously this is something to watch, but now that we're back inside this channel here, we're obviously looking for our next level of support, potentially, you know, at the 55 here, at around $260, which we do think is a reasonable support. So overall, obviously Quant looking really super bullish, really strong project, we think. And you know, it's easy to be bearish in the short term, but I mean, just zoom out a bit and look how crazy this chart is. I mean, this is basically parabolic when you zoom out on the daily. So short-term price predictions then, if we do roll over from here, we've obviously got the 55 here coming in with the bottom of this, you know, smaller channel, which we have had bounces on a lot previously, coming in at around $250-260. That's a psychological support as well, along with, you know, potentially as low as around $220-ish on this previous swing high here, where we could see, you know, a bit of a bounce looking something like this, that basically that catapult to the upside. But considering the amount of bullish divergences we're seeing, we're probably going to be seeing ourselves get a nice little bounce quite soon, maybe come back over back up above the channel and break out again. We obviously want to be breaking this resistance up here at around that $300-ish level, which is obviously a key resistance that needs to be broken. So those would be our short-term price predictions. And then obviously if we just throw our fib retracement tool on here, if this is the bottom, for example, we can obviously get an idea of some of the levels that we need to be, you know, reclaiming here. You can see obviously lots of confluence on the way down here. You can see here resistance, support, lost support, come all the way down. And then we get our resistance, obviously coming back up, resistance, resistance, support, support, resistance, support, resistance. And then we're coming back down here, aren't we? We're fishing for that bottom, but we are getting really overextended right now to the downside. So on the daily time frame, you can see here, obviously losing momentum to the downside on our daily as well, all bullish divergences. And if we do start to get that bounce to the upside, break out of this level here, we're obviously targeting these fib levels. We've got the 618 here at around $350 would be our main target. If I can actually not delete my fib extension targets there. Obviously, we want to come back up to the all-time high of $430 as well. And then getting back up, you know, through all of these levels, we do think over $1,000 for Quant is very likely. But on the next move up, we've obviously got a big 227 extension here at around $830. Considering the way that Quant's been performing, we do think at least $500, $1,000 is pretty much a guarantee if we do get that big blow off top for Bitcoin that we're going to be seeing over the next, you know, 3 or 4 months, most likely. You know, over $1,000 in our opinion will be our long-term price target. So that's it, guys. We'd like to thank everyone so much for their support. If you've got any questions or suggestions, please leave them down below, and don't forget to subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon, to stay up to date with the 4 videos that we post every single day. Remember, if you want to support the channel more directly and get a ton of benefits and insight, as well as joining our growing community, consider the Patreon or YouTube membership down below. You can also sign up to our free Telegram via the description as well. All the links are in the description for affiliate links for discounts and free crypto, so go check them all out below. There's plenty of goodness on offer. Please like and subscribe. We are Crypto Maximalists.